Another day, another adventure, so come with me to a reindeer farm in Alaska. Welcome back to another day of my quarter life gap year, and today we're visiting the Palmer Reindeer Farm, which is probably most famous for their reindeer, but also has a ton of other animals. We're in Alaska, so of course the weather is super rainy and windy, and the farm actually lost power right before we arrived. But that doesn't stop us, so we did a self-guided tour so we can just walk around by ourselves and spend as much time with any animals that we wanted. We started off by feeding these reindeers some yummy leaves off the branch. One crazy fact that I just learned is that caribou and reindeer are actually the same thing, except reindeer are just domesticated. We also got a handful of pellets to hand feed them. And then we met the farm's newest baby moose, which had been abandoned by its mother. These poor chickens were huddling in the corner to avoid the wind. Then we got to feed the farm's older moose named Lucy, who had also been rescued and bottle fed by the farm. We had saw some moose in Denali a few days before, but it was so cool to feed and be so close to this big of a moose. Then we got to feed and pet this adorable Highland cow. The munchers were so timid and gentle.
He only has teeth on his bottom jaw, so he can't really bite it.
Similar to the reindeer, the elk were also in rutting season, so they were also pretty on edge. You can just tell. Basically, we just walked up and down this path and chose what animals we wanted to see and feed. It looks empty, but I promise we weren't the only ones there. The mountains in the back were the perfect backdrop as we watched the yaks munch on grass. These horses seemed to be having a good time, but this poor horse in the back was hiding in the barn from all the wind, and honestly I would have been too. Next, we also saw some bison and were able to hand feed these as well. They were super excited to eat, as you can tell, and were slobbering all over. Unfortunately, this one has a broken horn. Poor baby. Next up are the alpacas. We were also able to hand feed these as well, and they actually just got these hilarious hairstyles that were cut by the farm. They had mullets, sideburns, and a bunch of different styles for each alpaca. And then as we completed our loop around the farm, we ended up back at the reindeers and fed them more pellets. I love this one reindeer that keeps sticking his head out through the fence for food. This is already somehow such a long video, so we're going to the state fair now, and I'll put that in my next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.
36 reindeer on our farm.